Oh my gosh, y'all, it is weeks like these that make me so excited to keep hosting games like these. It's LBB19 Week 5. Tiffany pressed the skip button on the BB19 remote. This week, the surviving nominee of the next eviction would automatically become the new head of household, skipping the following HOH competition. Abrielle won the head of household competition and won the most powerful HOH yet, who got the ability to try to set up the next HOH. Tiffany was still battling feelings of guilt following the previous round and assured herself that she was playing strictly strategically.
These are just genuinely good people, and you don't want to vote people out, but it's the game that we're playing, right? It's a game. And so it got heated with Mackenzie, and I hope that she actually doesn't take this all to heart and actually feel like this is people ganging up on her and that this is just a part of the game.
Mackenzie just let the hoes have it. She just ripped everybody a new one, and I was fucking living. I love the drama. I love what she did. She totally deserved to do it. But it just sucks that I had to vote the way that I did vote. I didn't want to, but once again, I'm thinking about me. I gotta put me first, and it's no hard feelings. It's just a game.
Allie immediately offered herself as a pawn to Abrielle because Allie wanted to win the next head of household by surviving eviction. She thought that because she was aligned with everyone in the game, she would be the strongest pawn of their alliance. The ghost of Mackenzie was present in the house because Meredith kept talking about her. Meredith brought up Mackenzie's speech that Allie, Abrielle, and Maddie were the Power 3 players in the game. Meredith wanted to use Mackenzie's speech as a source of fear in the house, pulling the players in the minority together.
Last time I was here, I played a very great social game. Fantastic. I made it to the top 5, but only the 4 was in an alliance. So a good social game is something that I can do, and I feel like it's been going pretty well thus far. And so I think I needed a real power move to move some pieces for that to happen. And so I know I didn't have existing relationships with Meredith, but I wanted to build that, and I wanted to give her an opportunity to see that I was for that, and to really trying to put her in a position that she thinks that I am looking for her to succeed when I know that Luke is gonna go. And so I think it wasn't until I was solid in my relationships with people that I then began to believe that I can play a more strategic game. And so right now my goal is to go after with a vengeance Allie, but she has a rewind, and so trying to get her to use that will probably be my next goal. Who is she going to use it on so that I can get her to use it so that we can put her up. It's kind of my play right now because I think she is a ringleader. She has a very powerful voice, but I can't trust it.
Abrielle, Allie, Maddie, and Tiffany met in Abrielle's HOH room, and they agreed to make Allie the official pawn of the round. Allie said that she wanted to target Oscar in the following week, and they all agreed to target Meredith this week as the outsider of the cast, making it a slam dunk for Allie. Tiffany pulled Abrielle to the side and mentioned that she didn't have full trust in Allie. Abrielle mentioned that Allie was aligned with everyone in the house. However, this would make Allie's upcoming HOH beneficial for Abrielle and Tiffany. Why? Because Allie would be forced to show her cards to the rest of the house. This would make Allie the biggest target of their trio.
I think having her as the next HOH will work in our favor because the boys. Oscar probably would veto. I would veto him off. And I have the rewind. If we don't like the nominees,
that's true.
I have the rewind.
I freaking love Oscar. Just put it out there.
Everything's going according to plan. I expect to be HOH next round because of this special skip round. But I am a little worried because Tiffany and Abrielle are talking right now. And while Abrielle and I have a top 2, and I felt pretty solid about it, I'm starting to feel apprehensive. Something might be going on behind my back with Tiffany and Abrielle because I think that Tiffany does not know that we have a top 2, and that could be potentially dangerous for me. So I'm really hoping that Abrielle stays loyal to me since she's been kind of my ride or die since the beginning in this competition, but I don't know. We'll see. I guess all I can really do to ensure my safety is win Final HOH. Because I think that I can make it to top 3, but I just need to ensure that I win Final HOH if I do, so.
I am out to get Maddie and Allie because I think Allie has a lot of power and I want to win. And so I'm going to keep playing the long game. I almost screwed up my last round because everybody was, I felt like I was pushed into a corner a little bit. I'm not going to blame people for that because I'm not going to blame people. Allies. Abrielle, number 1. Everybody thinks that I'm their ally except for Meredith at this point. Meredith. And that's it. So who's next in my book is Meredith. They want to knock out Oscar, but I like Oscar, so I'm going to fight for Oscar. But, so it's Meredith for me, and then Maddie, and then Allie. Because Allie is a threat to my game because she's got some power, and I know I have power, and I know I've got a voice, but that girl's starting to threaten my game. And I could see us in the top 3 with her, me, and Abrielle, and Abrielle choosing Allie over me. So I have to swoon and sweet talk, and yep. So I'm just gonna say that this is not real life to me and that this is truly a game. I'm out to get all of you, and I will win.
Meredith told Rita about Maddie, Allie, and Abrielle's power trio. Rita didn't hear about this before her conversation with Meredith. Rita was concerned that she was being left out of inner groups within the Girls' Alliance. She decided to pull Tiffany to the side and ask Tiffany about the structure of the Alliance.
Am I not seeing something that maybe that's not good?
Sure. I think that there are a lot of things, this is what I'll say. I think there are a lot of things in play, and that some people are trying to create things with me that I am not 100% about. Because I need to see how rounds go. Like, it's just genuinely out of like, but like, yes, like I want this too, but it's more so out of like, what is a round gonna look like and where are people gonna like put their power? Because I think there's power in one person right now, and it has me a little bit like.
May I ask, and it's okay if you don't want to answer. I feel like the name I keep hearing where the power is Allie.
Yes.
But also like, we're gonna hand her over power next week too on top of that.
Yes, but I think it's advantageous for everyone's game to do so. But I think we have to be careful, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, you have to be careful because you can give her power where everybody's just gonna vote for her and she's gonna be the last one.
Meredith continued to stress the power of Maddie, Allie, and Abrielle to Josh and Oscar. She was also stressing the Girls' Alliance that was present throughout the first half of the game. Josh and Oscar, 2 of the remaining guys, felt like they would be vulnerable if the Girls' Alliance stuck together. Additionally, Oscar felt like a swing against the girls would help balance the game, making it easier for Oscar, Josh, and Desh.
What changed is what Mackenzie said on her way out, and she was making the play for me to keep her and work with her because of this danger that she presented of Maddie, Allie, and Tiffany. And I do fully believe her, and I believe she got lied to, and I believe that they are a power working together. And I think a lot of people think they have alliances and think they know where they stand, and it's hard to tell if this is accurate and really the power 3 that's going to be picking everyone off one by one, but regardless, it feels right, and if it's not, it's still something I can do and a play that I can make, and I think whatever comes out of this I think could be a good move for me as long as it doesn't backfire completely.
Allie started openly planning her next head of household. While taking notes in front of the other players, she assured Oscar and Maddie that they would be safe this week. And also, Allie revealed that there was a Girls' Alliance to Oscar and Desh, because it was obvious. Additionally, this happened in front of Maddie, who has been close with Oscar for most of the game. Oscar ultimately confronted Maddie about this girls' alliance that he was left out of, and Maddie said that Allie was speaking out of turn and Maddie didn't identify with any kind of girls' alliance and felt thrown under the bus by Allie's comment. Allie's pre-HOH-itis continued, and she told Josh that he would be a pawn next week. Josh did not like this, and also didn't like that Allie would be targeting his ally, Oscar. Josh then planned to turn on Allie because he didn't want to be nominated at all, knowing that Allie would have to be a nominee in order to become the next HOH. He wanted to flip the vote against Allie, saving himself from nomination. Additionally, because Allie had a blue rewind, he didn't want Allie to be awarded HOH with a blue rewind in her pocket, making her effectively safe for at least 2 more weeks if she survived this eviction. Allie also asked Abrielle about her one-on-one conversations with Tiffany, because she was worried that Tiffany and Abrielle would form a stronger final 2 than Allie and Abrielle. Abrielle assured Allie that she was fine. Josh brought in Rita and Oscar into the blindside Allie plan. Oscar was all on board because this would eliminate someone from the Girls Alliance, and it would give someone in the minority the next HOH, balancing the game against the majority. Rita was also on board because she had formed close relationships with Oscar, Josh, and Desh, and additionally she felt like Allie was one of the people keeping her out of the inner group within the Girls Alliance. Allie then set her sights on the final 2, and began asking Desh who Desh would vote for if he was on the jury, clearly fishing for Desh to say Allie's name. Then Maddie was roped into the blindside Allie plan. Maddie was a bit uncomfortable turning on Allie so soon, and she asked the group to promise that this wouldn't come back to bite her. Oscar promised Maddie that he would help her out moving forward. Meredith was then roped into the blindside Allie plan. Meredith was obviously on board since she was likely to be the target up against Allie. This would make Meredith the most likely next head of household.
And people know when the house is on fire to move toward the exit, and right now I'm presenting myself with the exit sign saying, "This way, everyone, please, let's go." And so I'm feeling a lot more in control of this game right now, that I think I've got the guys on my side, they're turning more of the girls against each other. I'm going up on the block, but I think that's gonna make me HOH next round. If everything goes according to plan and that the people I trust are correct in who they are trusting and the conversations that they're having, that this is going to be a game-changing round for me. This is moves that I'm making. I started telling people, like, we got to start acting. We got to change this game unless we want to just let it run its course and get picked up one by one. And I know that I was going to be the first one in that situation. So I'm not surprised to be where I am. I think they're going to be surprised where I end up.
Oscar continued his aggressive campaign by pulling in Desh, who had already voiced in the confessional that he wanted to see Allie go home.
Well, I have been very upfront, and I think Allie is way too powerful, and I think this plan of blindsiding her, I support 100%. Even having that entire conversation with her, I felt like I was not talking to someone who was truthful. And did she mention she would have my sign out, she would support me in all these different pieces, and I'm like, yeah, work. But I think she's somebody that I can play with easily. But knowing that she has the HOH and the rewind, it's that freaking rewind that makes me so nervous when it comes to her. And if this is the ploy to get her out, I'm gonna go for it. And if this is my time because I do that, I'm okay with that. It's beginning to time to put other leverages and all those different pieces. But she has to go. She's too much power, too much. And they're giving it to her. No, they have to get her out of here.
Some of the girls told Abrielle about the brewing plan. Abrielle decided not to change her plans because either way, Allie was becoming a threat in the game. And ultimately, Abrielle would have the only blue rewind if Allie was evicted with the rewind in her pocket. At the nomination ceremony, Allie and Meredith were nominated as planned. The veto competition had players spell the longest word that they could within 3 minutes, with letters scattered around the basketball court. Meredith spelled idiophone, a word I have never seen before in my entire life, and Meredith won the power of veto. She later revealed that this was just a flex because she didn't want to lose a word challenge as a linguist. Allie was sad not to go up against Meredith, the easiest target in the house. However, she was comfortable going up against Oscar moving into the eviction ceremony, and then Meredith would be Allie's target for her upcoming HOH. However, Meredith revealed to Oscar that she was willing to take the gamble and not play the power of veto, sending Allie out the door and making Meredith the next head of household, putting her in a power position moving into the late jury phase of the game. With this information in hand, Oscar spread to the group that Meredith would be staying on the block and solidified the votes in the backstab Allie plan.
Okay, so this next elimination could be either very iconic or just what's been happening in the past few weeks. We're just waiting for the time to run off. Meredith and Allie are the ones up for elimination. Meredith won't veto, but I don't think she's gonna use it on herself, because if we have the numbers and we vote out Allie, then Meredith is the HOH for the next week, and that's gonna balance now the competition, because so far it's been Allie and her girlfriends running this thing because they keep winning HOH. And if everything goes as planned, now Meredith is gonna balance things out. And I believe we have the numbers, so let's see what happens. Also, we don't want Allie to play her rewind. I think she's very certain that she's gonna win. So if all of that happens, it's gonna be very iconic and so funny to watch. So I can't wait.
Josh and Desh celebrated the downfall of the Majority Alliance in what is one of my favorite diary room sessions we've ever had on this series.
They ask you to get out.
Good, because I'm coming for it. That's the one I'm coming for.
I'm coming for you. Guns blazing. So just be ready. We all coming.
Coming for you full throttle.
At the veto ceremony, Meredith announced that she was not using her power of veto, leaving Allie gagged. What would you like to do with it?
I would like to do nothing with it.
Alright, Meredith discards her power of veto.
Oh my shit.
Which means Allie got a bit nervous because it was too late to play her blue rewind. However, everyone she talked to assured her that she would be staying in the game. While Meredith began prepping for her head of household, where she wanted to continue going after the power trio of Allie, Abrielle, and Maddie. Since Allie would be gone, Maddie and Abrielle would be the next targets. Rita said that she was okay with voting out Allie because of all the power Allie had with her rewind. In general, Rita wanted to see the top 6 alliance of Rita, Tiffany, Abrielle, Josh, Desh, and Oscar to stick together.
I want to get a power out, and I still feel secure with you, me, Abby, and the guys. And now putting, I think that that's so good numbers for us to work with. But again, it's just we're on different sides. I don't know where your head is, but I want to be honest with you where my head is.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think I understand why everybody else wants to vote.
Do you know where you're kind of right now?
That's what I'm doing.
Voting Allie?
Yeah. Because it makes sense strategically.
And at the eviction ceremony, Allie was blindsided and sent out the door, making Meredith the new head of household. By a vote of 6-0. Allie, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house. Thank you for playing.
What the fuck? I'm sorry, but what the fuck?
Wrong door.
Yeah, I was going to my stuff.
The alliances are everywhere. Abrielle, who was the top player going into this week, is now without her closest ally. The top 6 alliance that Josh and Rita pulled together has the majority. However, outsider Meredith has the head of household position. Will she be able to restructure the game in her favor? Find out next week on LBB19.